When we made that journey to America, we really didn't know what we were doing or what we were getting ourselves into. And we're grateful that we chose such an amazing place to live. And especially in 2025, one of the biggest things that we're seeing with Syracuse is so many people are actively making this their home. From affordable real estate to amazing schools and culture and everything else in between, people are continuously moving to Syracuse. And in this one, we're going to cover all those things. So let's get back to my office and cover exactly why people are moving to Syracuse in 2025. Let's go. When I say our real estate is affordable, a lot of people don't know exactly how affordable it is, because when I give the numbers, it's absolutely bonkers. Especially now, right? Our median home prices have gone up to $195,000, reflecting an 11% growth compared to year. Now, a lot of our clients, especially when they're reaching out to us from YouTube, they're saying, yo, the cost of living here is still surprisingly low compared to most major cities. Like, we had a client that reached out to us from Orange County, and she said, hey, my budget is only around $750,000, and she was actually nervous. Let me tell you, we had a field day when it came to that number. Especially the cost of living here overall is just so much cheaper than most other metros that it just makes sense that everyone's making Syracuse their home. You see, it's not just about buying a house here, it's really about having that community and that vibe that goes along with it as well. From activities all across the board and just places and people that you really just get to connect with, Syracuse is amazing for so many unique reasons. Now, my family is very diverse in age and in interest. I've got a 16-year-old sister that likes her own things, I don't even know. I got a 50-year-old dad that likes his things and a mom that is, well, she likes everything every other day. So let me tell you, we obviously need activities and things that's going to keep all of us entertained and something that can make sure that we're all happy and we're not bickering amongst each other. You feel me? You feel me. One of the biggest things is in terms of activities and really things to do in Syracuse, it's kind of like none other. From the Museum of Science and Technology to Onondaga Lake Park, there's always something for someone. Now, obviously, we want to make sure that we're catering towards every single person or else the whole house is going to start bickering. But we actually have a ton of different unique activities that each and every single one of us gets to enjoy, which I think is amazing and really fascinating. Now, when our clients are making that move to Syracuse, one of the biggest things that they tell us is it's not just a house that they're looking for, but it really is that community. It's that sense of camaraderie and overall what specifically you're getting with the house that you're buying. And you know, one of the big things for us, especially as our sister gets older and older, is I want to make sure that we're sending her to a good college. And she's been thinking about different majors of whether she wants to go nursing or into law and everything else in between. So for us, education is such an important thing. The Syracuse City School District, it was struggling with math and English and proficiency and all of that, but it's definitely taken the turnaround. Initiatives like Say Yes to Education provide and give a lot of different opportunities for kids to get that ample support they're looking for. And on top of that, our games, especially in Syracuse University, they're like none other. It's not just a place that one person or another person kind of knows about. Syracuse University is recognized completely globally, and they've got a lot of really amazing things. You see, ranking 73 out of 460 some schools, it definitely takes the cake when it comes to education and also athletics as a whole. But that's not all. SUNY Upstate Medical University is also known for its medical programs as well. Schools like OCC or Onondaga Community College and also Lemoyne College are absolutely amazing when it comes to the educational factor. So when you are thinking about making that move here, and if you have children now or you're thinking about having children or your kids are in college or high school, just know that we've got education absolutely wrapped up. It's super duper important. That's one of the biggest things that our clients tell us is the safety factor when it comes to neighborhoods and also the education factor when it comes to the proximity and the location as a whole. And again, it always stems down. Locations like Fayetteville and Jamesville DeWitt have some of the highest ranked schools in the entire state. So you know that when your children are coming here and you want to make sure that they're getting the best education, they're getting it from both a high school and a collegiate level. One of the biggest things that our clients tell us when they are looking to make that move to Syracuse is, hey, tech is the reason that I'm coming here. And it's been such a massive surprise. Our industries have been manufacturing and education, and that was it. But now in Syracuse, tech is absolutely taking over the Micron project, which is a $100 billion investment. It's going to build in Clay, New York, provide 50,000 jobs to so many other projects in between. Locations like Upstate Medical University and St. Joseph's Health are also booming in the healthcare sector, and they're continuously and expanding all over. And it's not just these locations. Downtown Syracuse is going through its own rejuvenization process as well. The Salt City Market, as well as the Inner Harbor area, is creating its own dining, recreation, and entertainment different options altogether. So when you are thinking about making that move, you're probably like, oh my gosh, I have to be in this industry or that industry. No, we've got a ton of diversification that's actively happening. So you know that whatever industry you're in, you can always get out of it or look for more career opportunities as a whole. You know, I've always been an outdoorsy kind of guy. I just enjoy the outdoors. I mean, I don't know what to say. I like biking and hiking and canoeing. One of the biggest things, especially when you are living in Syracuse, is know this. There are a ton of outdoor places that you can just go out and enjoy. Places like the Green Lake State Park has a ton of different colored lake, which is super cool, and it's got a ton of amenities that go with it as well. Things like paddleboarding, hiking, and swimming, and every other kind of ing that you can think of, there's always something to do here, and I think that's what makes it super duper awesome. If you've ever been to the Adirondack Mountains, you know that they're absolutely gorgeous. And in fact, I'll have some drone footage just so you can kind of see what it looks like, but absolutely, Adirondacks is a place that so many people go to go hiking, biking, and every kind of ing that you can think of as well. But it's such a bigger scale that it's absolutely gorgeous, especially when you hit that top peak and you overlook the entire area and you see all of that green. You just fall in love with its creation. And it's absolutely stunning and something that I recommend every single person goes to, especially when you're living in Syracuse. And this is also seasonal as well. Tim's Pumpkin Patch is absolutely beautiful during the fall time, and fall foliage is something that's like a natural wonder. You see, Syracuse, for better or for worse, has all 4 seasons, and we kind of dig that here, I'm not gonna lie. I love the fact that I know I have some kind of variety. Now, obviously, and I keep saying this in all of my videos, make sure you get all-wheel drive tire or you're an official professional NASCAR driver. One or the other, but make sure you definitely have one or the other in the back. Because let me tell you, we do have the seasons, and a lot of our clients are shocked by really how much snow that Syracuse gets, but at the same time, the beauty just overtakes every other piece of thing. Our falls are absolutely gorgeous. Right now, today is December 15th, and it's kind of dark outside already. I'm gonna try to include that in the footage so you can see it, but for the most part, today was kind of rainy, but this week has not been that bad at all. Now, I need to make sure that I go out and actually do my Christmas shopping because I haven't done that yet, but I do know that because of my car and because of my driving skills, I should be okay in the winter. If you're not an all 4 seasons kind of guy or a gal, just know that you are gonna have that. So maybe reconsider some things if Syracuse might be the right fit for you. See, last year's New York State Fair, or this year's New York State Fair, was absolutely amazing. It was just a vibe and a half. And that's one of the big things about Syracuse that makes it super duper unique. There's always something to do for everyone. Whether it be the Jazz Festival, or the State Festival, or the Lilac Festival in Rochester, or the wine tours that happen in Canandaigua. It's always something to do, and I think that's what makes it super duper amazing. Specific areas like Onondaga Lake Park are absolutely beautiful and massive. Like Casanova Lake has its own group. Fayetteville has kind of its own proxy and own organization. Fairmont is known for its own things. So all these locations and all these places, that's why you want to make sure that you're working with a local professional expert that knows all these locations and knows what specifically would be a good fit for you. If you are thinking about making Syracuse home or just considering even potentially moving here, our QR code is right here and in the description below. We'd love the opportunity to collaborate and get you exactly where you need to be. You know, places like Sedgwick and University Hill have such a welcoming environment that I absolutely love it. I think those are locations that we see just a lot of our people conglomerating and moving towards. And on top of that, the neighborhood overall gives that welcoming vibe. You see, during the winter, there's something called the Winter Fest, where because of so much snow and because of the acknowledgement of the so much snow that we have, Syracuse kind of just goes with it, and families bring chili and they just enjoy working and being together. And honestly, I think that's what makes it so amazing. And combining with this, in these locations, we don't have any shortage of food. Let me tell you, I keep talking about how I love food. If you love food, let me know. But Syracuse is known for its grub, and there's always something to eat for every single kind of person. You see, we've got Latin food, we've got Asian food, we got American food, we've got everything that you could look for. And it's low-key a foodie's paradise that a lot of people just simply do not know about. So if you are thinking about making Syracuse home, and you're like, hey, I gotta make sure that I got different foods to eat, which I respect, I get it. Syracuse is something that you will absolutely love. And on top of that, because of our proximity to New York City, which is only about 4 hours away, is an absolute icing on the cake. You see, when you live in Rochester or you live in Buffalo, you're driving at least 6 to 7 hours just to get there. And if you're taking the bus, it can take up to 8 or 9. So making sure that you have that proximity play to New York City is absolutely vital. We had a client of ours, John, move here from Dallas, and he was like, listen, I want to be close to New York. Where should I live in Syracuse? I said, dude, you can live anywhere in Syracuse. It's only about 4 hours away. And the nice thing is there's different modes of transportation, from buses to Greyhounds to even your car as well, which I wouldn't really recommend if you're going to New York City. Don't take your car. There's going to be no parking spots. But for the most part, the proximity play to New York City is absolutely amazing. I got a buddy of mine too, his girlfriend lives in New York City and he goes there every single weekend. But let me tell you, it's not as bad as it would be if you live in Rochester or Buffalo or honestly anywhere else. I keep telling everyone that we're not just a city that's kind of surviving or that's iffy here and there. We're a city that's thriving and we've got projects that are happening. There's a reason that Micron is building. There's a reason that all these data centers are coming here. There's a reason that we have so many chips that are absolutely being built. There's a reason that so many of our clients are calling us. And I think that's because Syracuse, number one, fosters a sense of community that you really don't see anywhere else. And number two, has that affordability factor in tech. We're growing in tech as well, and I'm super duper excited to see exactly where Syracuse goes. Now listen, if you are considering Syracuse and you're wondering what specifically is being built in 2025, watch this video here. See ya, bye.